Hey guys, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're taking a look at something that's really special here. It's a Nissan Laurel, which by itself is not really that special, but this one's the four-wheel drive model, which is a little bit special, but it even gets better because this one has just 11,000 original kilometers on it, despite being over 15 years old. The Nissan Laurel is a fantastic car, and this one looks like it's been owned by a grandpa that just sat in the garage, but has been relatively well maintained. The coolant and the oil both check out. The body is in amazing condition, and the interior looks like nobody's ever sat in it. In fact, I think the auction inspection sheet right over there, which I'll get to in a sec, says that nobody's ever sat in the interior before. Okay, so this one comes with an RB25DE engine, which is a twin cam, 2.5 liter inline 6-cylinder, very smooth, very reliable, and this one has no turbo, even though you can get the Laurel with the 280 horsepower turbo engine. I believe the RB20 puts out around 200 horsepower in the Neo 6 version, which has variable valve timing. It's a good engine, it feels great when you drive it, it's an appropriate amount of power for this car. The four-wheel drive system, I've never driven a Laurel with four-wheel drive before, they're fairly uncommon, but a lot of these vehicles like the Chaser, the Mark II, the Cresta, the Crown, they all come in four-wheel drive because Japan's a country that loves their four-wheel drive. A lot of really steep hills around here, and having a car that can handle those steep hills in the rain or in the snow is very nice to have. And so look at how fresh and nice this engine is. Look how shiny the intake is. This hasn't been cleaned, this is how it came from the auction. You never see cars this clean. Look at how clean the strut towers are. Amazing. Excellent. 11,000 kilometers. Wow. I put on more than that in 1 year in my car. Okay, close the hood here. Give you a quick little look of what the car looks like. And these are popular drift cars here in Japan, even though they don't come with manual transmissions. People swap them out. The earlier models did come with manuals, but I think they stopped the manuals for this generation. Look at how clear those headlights are. So this is kind of Nissan's competitor to the JZX100 series, and not as common or as popular as the JZX100s. They are still a very popular car here in Japan. Okay, we'll go over the auction inspection sheet here. So it's a 2001 Laurel 25 Medalist 4. Okay, and so I'm guessing it uses the same transmission and four-wheel drive system as the Skyline does for their four-wheel drive system, which is a rear-wheel drive system that changes to a four-wheel drive system when it senses the slip, because the Laurel is a very similar car to the Skyline in terms of the drivetrain. It always has been kind of a crossover vehicle using same engines and a lot of the same parts. Okay, 11,622 kilometers, and oh my gosh, it is now summer. We have those bugs again, the cicadas. Meh, 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 meh. We're going to hear those for the next 3 months in these videos, so sorry about that. 11,662, that is original mileage. It says it's a one-owner vehicle purchased from user. It's authentic mileage at 11,600 kilometers, and you'll see this vehicle is clean inside and out. It has aftermarket wheels on it. It says the seats still have the original plastic on them, and it's looked like nobody has ever sat in the car. Oh, yikes. Take a look. When you buy the car from the dealer, it comes with protective plastic over the seats that nobody has ever taken off. There's even more of it too. These door jambs have tape put over them to protect them when they're in shipping. Same thing there. And on the driver's side too. It's pretty crazy. The seats have the original plastic underneath the seat covers. I'll show you more of that in just a sec. Okay, and so the exterior has been polished, and there's some notes in here that I can't quite read. When we get these translated, we get them translated by somebody smarter than me. Sometimes I translate them, but when there's one with this many things that I can't read, it's fairly uncommon for them to have these notes on there. Okay, so seat covers on the cars, interior is slightly dirty, and the interior liner, interior bellet, I don't know what they mean by bellet. It has scratches on it. Okay, looking at the body, it's basically very close to perfect. There are a couple of very mild scratches. An A1 is like a fingernail scratch, polishable out. The front bumper has an AU2, which is a medium scratch and dent, and it looks like Grandpa ran into something here, which is an unfortunate thing, but look how long the hood is compared to a modern day car. And so this probably too far away for him to see. And the Laurel has a very fast shape. It's very much not like a typical car, more like a car from the, a continuation from an 80s design, where you had really low here and really low here, but this one has an abnormally fast rear window, even for this era. I think the headlights and the tail lights look amazing on these. These ones have been slightly modified. Have a look, they've put like shiny tape on there. Grandpa's like, I need my bling for my Laurel. What's up? And he also needs his 15-inch bling wheels, apparently. Have to admit, I'm not a big fan of those. I think these cars will handle a 17 or an 18 very well. You could do a 19 on it, but I think that's too big, depending on your image that you're going for. But nice long wheelbase, nice comfortable drive, very smooth engine, a really nice interior. It's not too high end. This would have been, I suppose, their middle car. Above the Laurel would be the Gloria and the Cedric, which were both the same car, just different names. And then the SEMA would be their top level one, which would be a competitor to the Crown. Body's fantastic. This is more like a sporty design than the Cedric or the Gloria. And the reason why they have two names is because Nissan merged with Prince back in the 70s, or was it the 60s? I can't remember. And then one of the companies had a car named Cedric and one had a car named Gloria, and then the cars were similar enough that they decided to just combine the two into a single chassis and then have different headlights and tail lights for the two different models. And at that time, a lot of manufacturers, and this is probably Nissan's fault, would have two cars with different names that are positioned in the market slightly differently, but like 95% similar. Look at that. Okay, high plush carpet. Still has this plastic piece over top of it. That's cool. Oh, it smells so good in here. It smells like a new car, which is really weird to be in a car that came out when I was playing Gran Turismo 2, and yet still smells like a new car. Okay, so open up here. Super clean and nice brown interior. I can't tell if that's, no, that's not real, but it's a very nice finish. I do really like the seat cover design, but if this were my car, those seat covers would come off. Except it kind of has two seat covers. It has the Grandpa lace style, and then it has seat covers, and then underneath here you have that original plastic. Really crazy to see that original plastic there. The sill pieces here have a little bit of condensation underneath that has caused it to become milky, but you can take that off. I don't think that the underside plastic would be damaged, but I'm not sure. And then it has this universal style mat with the original Laurel ones underneath. And look at these never stayed that clean, those little tags. I don't know why the tags are always on the top of the carpets though. Okay, steering wheel has no wear. Seats have no wear. Oh, that AC is cold and nice. 11,675 kilometers at the time of shooting this. It really is such an ideal car. And crazy to think that, like, there are so many cars like this in Japan where grandpa drives it or grandma drives it or auntie or uncle or whatever, but they don't really drive the car that much. And then there are so many people with cars with this low of mileage that they don't actually cost that much. And it's a bad image in Japan to have a 15-year-old car, because it's sort of like there's a Japanese word dasai, which is kind of like uncool or weird. It's kind of that feeling, but outside of Japan, they have a completely different image because it's an imported car that people don't know about. It's fun and quirky, and when people hear that it has 11,000 kilometers on it, they're like, wow, no way. Seriously cool. Flashlight. Okay, so because the car's so clean, there's not really that much to talk about. Usually we talk about damages or whatever, but I do wish the steering wheel was telescoping. It's tilt only. And we have a parking pole here, but it doesn't look like the parking pole is included. And in case you don't know what a parking pole is, there's no scratches around here either. Oh, there is! Oh, I didn't notice it. Okay, well, parking pole's up. And this one lights up here and then shows you where your corner is, so you don't pull a grandpa and do one of these. The only flaw in the whole car. Awesome. Okay, so thank you for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments section. I do enjoy your feedback, and so feel free to send me an email too. There's a link to our website in the description. You can check it out and learn about importing your own car from Japan. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a nice day.